While collecting laundry, the boy suddenly slipped on the wet floor beneath his feet. The clothesline wrapped tightly around his neck like a noose as he desperately tried to regain his footing. But the bathtub was too slippery to get any traction, and when he attempted to call for help, he realized the bathroom door had somehow closed shut. His father had already fallen asleep in the next room and couldn't hear his muffled struggles. Through his panic, he spotted a pair of scissors just out of reach. He stretched his arm as far as he could, but it was no use, they remained frustratingly beyond his grasp. Eventually, the boy's desperate fight ended in the slippery confines of the bathtub as he took his final breath. But then something truly bizarre happened. After his death, the water that had caused him to lose his balance began mysteriously draining away at an impossible speed, disappearing without a trace as if nothing had ever occurred. Meanwhile, across town, Jack sat restlessly in his living room when a piece of paper suddenly fluttered onto his lap. The letters spelled out the name of the classmate who had just met his tragic end. When Jack rushed over to the house, he found only his friend's lifeless body. The boy's father explained that his son had taken his own life out of guilt for not being able to save his brother from the plane. But Jack couldn't accept this explanation. They had made plans to hang out together just that morning. The next day, he sought out Lisa, the only person among the 7 survivors who truly believed in his ability to sense impending danger. Together, they snuck into the funeral home to say their final goodbyes. As they stood there, a black man emerged from one of the rooms and called Jack by name, as if they were old acquaintances. He told them that their classmate's death wasn't suicide at all, it was Death's revenge. By getting off that plane early, they had disrupted the natural order and thrown off Death's count. Now Death was redesigning the sequence, systematically hunting them down one by one. If they wanted any chance of survival, they needed to figure out when and how they were supposed to die. Before leaving, the man ominously told Jack that they'd be seeing each other again very soon. Jack began to think the stranger might be onto something. Like the butterfly effect, changing one outcome had triggered a deadly chain reaction that would eventually claim all their lives. He pulled out the mysterious piece of paper again, convinced that he had somehow foreseen his friend's death. If he could crack Death's code and anticipate the plan, maybe he could cheat his own fate. Just then, a city bus rumbled past, but when Jack glanced back, it had vanished without a trace. At that moment, one of his classmates who had always harbored resentment toward Jack happened to walk by. Despite Jack having pulled him from Death's door, the guy showed no gratitude whatsoever and even wanted to start a fight. Fortunately, his girlfriend intervened and, disgusted by her boyfriend's lack of appreciation, broke up with him on the spot.
You can just drop fucking dead.
Back home, Jack slumped in exhaustion when the evening news came on, featuring yet another report about the plane crash. As he studied the police diagram showing how the explosion had torn through the aircraft, a chilling realization hit him: this might be the exact order in which they were all going to die. He quickly traced the diagram, noting that according to the blast sequence, the first to go would be the student who died in the bathroom, followed by the girl killed in the traffic accident. If his theory was correct, their teacher would be next in line. Though it was just speculation, Jack felt compelled to act. He decided to inspect the teacher's car for any potential hazards, but was spotted by a passing police officer who hauled him down to the station for questioning. After Jack explained his suspicions to the authorities, they remained skeptical but had no evidence to hold him, so they released him with a warning. Walking down the street afterward, Jack noticed an elderly man burning leaves on the sidewalk, with stray sparks drifting dangerously close to his path.